Good day. Inclusive education is all about acknowledging and respecting the differences in learners, whether due to age, gender, language, class, disability, or HIV status. Approving education structures, systems, and also learning methodologies to meet the needs of all learners. Empowering learners by developing their individual strengths and also enabling them to participate in the process of learning. The following are the principles of inclusive education on how a supportive learning environment in a class can be implemented.
Now, the principles of inclusive education includes human rights and social justice for all learners. Everyone has a right to life, equality, and human dignity, and everyone deserves equal social rights and opportunities. Our classroom will be an environment where all learners have freedom of association, belief, opinion, and expression, where everyone's opinion is valued and where everyone is free to express themselves the way they want to. All learners will have justice in terms of opportunities within the classroom, be it in the form of assessment, setting rules on how learners should treat each other, and challenging negative attitudes amongst learners. Another one is participation and social integration. In terms of participation and social integration in inclusive education, learners will be getting the opportunity to socialize with their peers, to share ideas, and build each other's self-confidence. It also encourages learners to learn to work together as it will prepare them for future purposes. Respect one another's point of view by not discriminating. Social integration helps learners to work with each other and share their expression without any judgment. Teaching and learning methods such as learner-centered methods, which are cooperative and group discussions, help the learners with social skills and prepare them for working environment.
Another principle of inclusive education is equal access to a single inclusive education system. It is crucial to remember that the aim of inclusive education is to make sure that every learner have same access to education despite all the barriers which include intrinsic, extrinsic, systematic, and social barriers. And in order to address this, teachers must implement the care and support for teaching and learning. This will help both the teachers to address the learners' needs and focus on the available resources and assets which will be used to lead to equal access of education for all the learners. Community responsiveness is another principle of inclusive education. For inclusive education to be successful, the community should play an important role as supportive resources which will embrace social justice and non-discrimination due to social, economic, and political differences. One of the best examples to make sure that the community responsible is present is by enforcing school community, as it involves parents, school committees such as school governing bodies, which will therefore make it possible that every learner is treated fairly despite all their barriers. As teachers, it is important to focus more on the assets and the resources so that we can help all the learners meet the aims and the objective. Inclusive education should be proof that teachers can teach every learner, and with the facilitation of the teacher, every learner can have access to equal education despite their barriers.
Having the inclusive education in educational system, it has played an important role since any learner is allowed to attend the school of their choices regardless of their races. That's all. Thank you.